2025 is coming and there are new trends everywhere. So today I prepared 5 startup ideas that you can steal from me and probably make some great money with them. So today I will show you what they are and how I envision the execution of them. So let's dive right in. Imagine you're a small startup founder and you wake up at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, your console logs are on fire, and you don't even want to look at your bank balance because you know there is a huge bill incoming from your cloud provider. It's a nightmare, except you're awake. With this big problem, there is a golden opportunity for you to start a SaaS checkup company. This can either be an agency or just an automated product which would provide regular security audits. Here's how I would execute it. So I once read on Reddit a story that somebody was invited to a GitHub repo and they were offered a huge amount of money to just come and join and contribute to the project. And they got scammed. So absolutely never accept any join requests before signing a contract. And that's the step 1. You should sign a contract before doing any changes or any suggestions. So if you've got all the necessary agreements, you can begin doing the security report. And there are 2 ways you can go about it. As I mentioned, you can either do it as a service and you would hire a cybersecurity expert, or if you're one yourself, you can just do it yourself. And with that, you can charge very high prices and this would make it a high-ticket product. And you also have very good credibility because it's real people that are doing the work who've been doing it for many years. Or on the other side, you can do it the more easy way, I think. If you teach an AI model on some popular problems, you can just offer it as a service which takes the AI and it scans the repo and it gives you the suggestions based on what the model thinks should be fixed. As an add-on, you can even offer to fix all those issues by yourself. And this can turn you into a full-blown cybersecurity company. And the best part is, the sky is the limit here because the market is literally every single SaaS on the internet. That's a huge idea, but let's narrow it down a bit. We both know the saying, niches make riches, but what if you could be responsible for the success of a whole niche? So picture this. Creators have to juggle everything. They have to create that content that you watch, they have to schedule it, they probably need to manage a shop of some sort to make any kind of money and deal with all the haters and reply to their comments. So it's a lot of work and it's chaos. So what would make their life better? Probably some kind of a personal assistant, but on the other hand, where do they get the money for them? You have to pay them to shadow you every single day. That's not going to happen if they're not a big creator. But what if you've provided a service that would automate all the boring repetitive tasks, which made them free to do all the other stuff that is 10x the task of that boring stuff? So here's what you could do. First, I'd find a niche, whether it's some kind of a small amount of YouTube creators or TikTok creators, or even a more broad one like Etsy sellers, and then I would research it as much as I can and find if they are drowning in some kind of a manual work. Next, I would identify what annoys them the most. For example, if they want to set up a shop, they have to take pictures, they have to write a detailed description of everything, then they have to upload all of that to their social media to promote it. It takes a lot of time. But what if you could just upload those pictures to your app and it would do everything for you, scheduling all the social media posts, uploading everything to the store with great descriptions, great copywriting. It would save them so much time and even make them more money. But why would something like this even work? Well, the creator economy is exploding. In 2024 alone, it was well over $190 billion, and it's set to cross 500 billion by 2030. And you know what? All these creators are desperate for you to save them time. And besides, if you manage to give them a very good product, you might even get a shout out, driving organic growth to your startup. Lots of young people want to be creators, but not all of them get to become one. And now that they are entering the workforce, the whole work environment is going to change. People are no longer going to be glued to their desktop, but they're going to be glued to their phones. So what's the problem? Well, most admin tools are still clunky, outdated, and stuck in 2010, and you can't even dream about a mobile app. So take a look at this. Can you see each of these dots right here? They represent different parts of a business, and we'll put it in the middle. So for example, you have a CRM, you have some kind of a project, you have a marketing team, you've got somebody from, I don't know, HR, and everything needs to go to the business. But the thing is, right now, it can look sometimes like this. How do you even get to arrange all of that? Well, with your mobile app, you could come up with a way to simplify this so that it looks more like this. Nicely arranged, and it all goes to the business, and it's nice and simple. So here's how I would pull this off. First, I do some research about top software businesses use. So that's CRMs, accounting software, project managers, and I would see if they offer any APIs. If they do, then that's great. All you need to do is just connect that into a sleek, intuitive mobile app and just sell the convenience. And you can be sure that businesses are going to pay for tools that their teams actually want to use. And the potential here is massive because the mobile adoption is now skyrocketing thanks to the younger generation that is entering business, and you can be the one that can make it happen. But some industries are still stuck in the Stone Age. Just remember the last time you needed a home renovation service, or maybe a plumber, whatever. You probably remember something like paper invoices, or maybe you just didn't have enough cash in your wallet, or you made a slow bank transfer and it was all outdated. It's a nightmare. But how can you fix that? Well, you know that Stripe revolutionized the way we make payments online. So why don't utilize it to create a payment platform specifically for these industries? So you can offer a simple solution of a web payment platform with clean UI, and all you do is remove all of their need to set up Stripe on their own. They just give you the details and you offer every single Stripe option to them, just like instant invoicing, one-click payments and milestone payments, all that stuff. You just take out their need to set up and you save them time, and you also make it much easier. You can also make this a mobile app so you can generate, for example, one-time payments on the go whenever somebody visits someone's house. You just put up a link, send it to them, and they click pay and everything is done instantly. And here's the kicker. Trust is everything in these industries. And if you're going to help them win more customers, you're going to make them more money in years to come because people tend to stay with one firm for many, many years. Now this final idea, and I'd love it for it to exist like a few years back, because I had to manage a huge amount of data in a spreadsheet. And the problem was I had to do it mostly from my phone. And they have terrible mobile experience in Google Sheets, right? So what if you could turn those into a full-blown mobile apps? And many small businesses use Google Sheets, and if you gave each one of them their own mobile app, you would be giving them like a magic wand. So here's how the process would work. They would upload a spreadsheet, then you would add all of the basic requirements for the app, some charts, forms, offline mode. You can also then add some polish, some branding options, and you've got yourself a nice business. And small businesses always look for ways to make their lives easier. And they are already using Sheets, and you're just leveling it up. With all of that inspiration, you probably want to jump right in and build something. But before you do, I recommend that you have a SaaS boilerplate. So if your startup fails, you're just always ready to build a new one. And you can watch this video right here to learn how to make your own, so that you don't have to pay a few $100s for a custom one on the internet.